them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not,
that's okay.
you can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast for 5 years.
Woohoo!
I am Kat.
I'm Wendy.
I'm tired. Just kidding. It's Tara. And I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Guys, today's episode, we are officially celebrating our 5-year anniversary. Who better to celebrate it with than the one and only Kat Burrell? So that interviews... Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say each other. That would have been really sweet. But
No.
I think,
No.
I think everyone will appreciate Kat Burrell even more.
I think so too. And obviously we,
Yeah.
we were told early on when we were scheduling with Kat by her people that, by the way, you can't talk about vengeance.
Yeah.
So obviously, we would have loved to talk about it, but that would have gotten Kat in a lot of trouble. But there's plenty of things to talk to Kat about. So
Yes, we did. Very
And,
exciting. And I mean, what else did y'all get me for our Snap anniversary?
I mean, I got you Kat Burrell.
Oh, okay.
I think you're good. You're good.
All right. Yes, that's great. Okay. I don't know what the 5-year is. Is it like a leather or like a stone or something?
Let's
Leather.
Good.
Leather, like
Leather.
maybe it's a cat and we're right on track. I don't know.
The feline
I don't know.
anniversary.
Let's
Yeah.
see. 5th year anniversary gift. Oh, I think it's
What?
jewelry.
Jewelry. Oh, okay.
right?
Well, all right.
Anniversary gifts.
Think about that because we're all really big jewelry wearers.
Yeah,
I know.
we are. We're all blinged out right now. Oh no, I'm sorry. Take it back. It's wood.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, can they bring us any of that from Curse of Oak Island? Is
Yeah,
there
bring
any of
us
that
some-
laying around?
Who has some wood that we can have?
Yeah,
We
just
love
a
some
piece. Okay. Any old wood. Does it have any ideas what to do with this wood?
No, I mean, it could be like a spoon or something. I don't know.
A frame, a spoon.
I don't know.
Is that what you got, Leah, on your 5th anniversary?
Oh yeah, she loves that
A
spoon.
wooden spoon.
She loves
Okay.
it. Why don't we go ahead and why don't we talk to Kat and we'll be back on the other end of it and we'll think about what kind of wood we're going to give each other. It's always a pleasure to welcome back today's guest. She's a talented actor, director, and all-around good human. We ask her back every year and she still says yes for some reason. It's the one and only Kat Burrell. Hi, Kat.
Hi.
Welcome back. Thank you again. This is this episode we're celebrating our 5th anniversary as a podcast.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Good for you. That's awesome.
Thank you. And we ask you back whenever we celebrate a milestone. So thank you for keeping this tradition going. We appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Obviously, we would love to talk about the Winona Earp Vengeance movie, and we're not allowed to talk about the Winona Earp Vengeance movie yet because
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be a full force promotion going on, but there's so many other things that we'd love to talk to you about. Before, though, is anything in general, like how did it go? Is it still really cold there? Like any kind of
Is
general...
it still? No. No, it went great. It was really fun to be back and just like it felt like we had never really left, which was the best part. It really, I was worried that for myself that it would take me a while to get back into the character, but I actually found it like once I just got back there and got into the uniform, it came back so much quicker than I was expecting. Which was such a lovely surprise and just so fun to be back with everybody. And because we were there just shy of a month, it was really nice to have just go for dinner and catch up with people. And it was, we had people coming in and out that were only there for a few days. So I think everyone, because we knew it was a month and it wasn't like sustaining 4 months of energy, we were able to go out a little bit more and spend a little more time together. And it was really nice. It was like we had never left, honestly. And great to see our producers again and all of our Calgary peeps. We had so much crew come back. Um, yeah, it was really, it was very surreal, actually. Yeah.
Awesome.
What was it like? Like you're used to back in the day, you'd shoot for a while, you'd be with everyone for a while, and did it feel kind of strange? Like once you get back in the flow of things, all of a sudden it's like, and you're done. I'm
Yeah,
sure that was
a
a strange
little
feeling.
bit. But also, I think one of the great things about the conventions is it keeps all of us really in touch. So it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like we hadn't seen each other for 2 years. Like we all really do keep in touch. So that was really nice. But nice to be together. Yeah, just when you get in the swing. I mean, yeah, for me, I was pretty like I'm pregnant, so I was like by the end, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I need to sleep. Yeah, like I was doing a lot of physical stunt work, and
Oh, wow.
the team was great. And like I was so lucky. I could probably talk about this, and then I should probably stop so I don't get in trouble.
Sure.
Yep.
But there were 4 Nicoles on set, so it was myself, a photo double, a stunt double, and then a stand-in. 1, 2, 4. Yeah.
Wow.
For people kind of like making Nicole happen, which I just thought was so cool. And yeah, so that was really, really exciting. And like everyone was so great. But I was tired by the end for sure. I don't know how Mel did it because she was so much further along than I was in her pregnancy.
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Just my back and like the weight of the gun and the uniform and the everything. I was definitely like, oh man, I'm getting sore. And I think it's also because Mel and I had just come off of shooting a movie in Africa, and just before that I shot the movie. So I had like really not stopped working. And I think I was just like, my body was like, can you please sit down now?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
Well, we don't want you to get in trouble, so
Yeah,
we
well,
can't
stop,
talk
I'll
about
stop.
vengeance, but can we just take a few minutes to talk about how great Tubi is? Because we've been hyping Tubi on this podcast, so
Big
that's
time.
we were always looking for what vengeance content can we pull up today and talk about. We have our little purgatory segment, but sometimes it's a little thin, especially after shooting wraps, so we just try to think of ways that how Tubi is awesome for bringing this back to us. And I'm just really excited. So we've been integrating Tubi into every podcast episode title since the announcement. So
oh, that's so great. Tubi's amazing. They've been such a great partner through this, and I think they're really excited. Every time we get somebody new on board, it's kind of fun because you kind of have a chuckle and you sit back and just like watch them discover the Earpers. Because you kind of like you tell them, but they don't really get it until you guys like really take off, start doing your thing. And they've just been so blown away by the enthusiasm and the excitement, which is incredible. And they've been really great. We had a great team there from their marketing department and capturing some assets for promotion, and they're just really, really excited about the show. Very, very supportive. And it's Josh Van Hoot. It's our executive who came all the way from Sci-Fi with us and has championed this show from day one. And he's the most kind, supportive executive. And that was a nice thing. Josh was there for almost the whole shoot, which was amazing.
Cool.
Never got to come before. So that was really fun. So yeah, it's just been really, really supportive and amazing. It's just so nice to have like a fresh enthusiasm for the story too, and like having a new company kind of pushing it. So it's been great. Really, really great.
Yeah. There's been art dedicated. I mean, forget Wynonna Earp art. I mean, of course that's going on, right? But the Tubi art songs, it's pretty great. So
I feel like I missed
fiction.
so much of this stuff. Where is this art? it on Instagram?
It's around. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
around. Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Like I think I'm gonna write my first fan fiction about maybe Tubi. Maybe just
What? That's cool.
personify.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
No,
see
Kat,
what happens.
Kat,
No,
that's not
this is
cool.
just a joke. No, yeah.
No, I think it would be
Don't
really
encourage
cool. You
that.
should do a
No.
personification of Tubi. What does that look like?
Just a girl and
Or
her
it's
We're
like
gonna
it's a
find out.
character in
the love
fanfic. Is it
between them.
do you write fanfic though?
No,
Or
I
do you write
don't.
fanfic?
No, I
No, you
don't.
don't.
No, no.
No.
I mean, I
No.
read it. That's for sure.
Yeah, you
For
read it.
fun, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, you know.
That's great. That's so great.
I don't know if the demand's out there for that one, but you never know. We'll see
Hey,
after
there's-
this.
Just a
Okay.
character. I think it's just a character named Tubi should show up.
Just like a giant logo walking around.
Right. Well, let's shift gears.
Hey.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh,
excited about-
Wow.
Smooth.
Yes, your new film that just came out, Shifting
Yeah.
Gears, with you and Tyler Hines.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, you did a lot on this movie, and again, you were, I think I'm not sure when exactly shooting took place, but
Yeah.
if you were already pregnant
I
and
was.
roller skating and how all that,
I
a
was
lot of
new.
stuff going on.
Yeah, I was like early days, like 10 weeks to like 15 weeks or something like that. But I was like nausea central.
Oh,
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's just all these like amazing, amazing films have been. It's just been tough. It's just tougher. It's just tougher. Um, and I think with your second kid, my body's just not as strong as it was before.
mhm.
So I'm having a harder time with this one, but it was great. It was really, I like to say we brought the whole circus. So our son Ronan came, and Ray was obviously in the movie too. And my parents came. We all lived in the hotel, and we all got the
Aw.
same flu
That's so cool.
from
Oh.
Ronan. Yeah.
Oh, not cool.
But it was really great. It was a very fun movie. It was so different than anything I had done for Hallmark before. I really loved the story. I loved the characters, and I really loved our director. Crystal Lowe is her name, and she was through a program called Make Her Mark, which Hallmark is doing. It's this really amazing program where they're trying to get more of their films directed by women. So they're really supporting. But the great thing about the program, so a woman named Ashley Williams started the program. She's an actress that works for Hallmark. She's also a director. And she went to them with this proposal and said, like, I think we need to have a mentorship program. And so
That's
she
great.
has really worked really, really hard, and all the executives have been super supportive at the network for this program. So I believe always have 4 women in the program. So uh, they'll shadow a director for a shoot, then they'll shadow post, and then they'll do their own movie. But I think what's so great about the program is the training aspect, because I think a lot of we're putting these programs in place to increase our diversity behind the camera, but not all the programs are super great at like actually equipping people with the tools they need to be successful. And then it can almost do the opposite, because they're like, well, see, these people aren't ready. I'm
Right.
like, well, they are, but you have to give them the tools. So Crystal was just really supported. She had a mentor with her on set. She had gone before and worked with that mentor and shadowed that mentor. So she just did such a great job. And it was so cool to be a part of that, especially as like a newer director, newer feature director myself. It was really cool to see the support that she was getting, and how just to, like be with somebody who's so passionate and so excited and had thought so hard about everything. And you could just see all the work. She really cared. She really, really, it meant everything to her. And it's so fun to work with somebody who's in that headspace as a director. So it was great. It was a great experience. And our producer was so, so, so lovely. His name's Mike Barbuto, and he was so just supportive. Like, it was a great environment. We had a lot of fun, and the car element was really cool. And I love, classic vintage anything, but I think getting to be around classic cars and having the car people on set and teaching us things and being in that world was so much fun and just so different from anything I'd done. And I really, really enjoyed it.
When you say that
That-
this was, sorry, Tara, this experience was different than other Hallmark movies you've done, is that because of the energy that Crystal brought, or is it
Yeah.
something else?
Well, I think both because of the energy Crystal brought and also just getting to play in that world, like the classic car world, being a mechanic, learning kind of some new skills. It was also just, I think, a movie. What I liked about it is that it wasn't a movie about the beginning of a romance. It was a couple who had been together for a long time, had a bit of a messy breakup, and were trying to like make things work again. And that's not a story we get to see as much. People coming with so much
Right.
baggage, and that was really fun to explore as an actor for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Tyler was just like a really great partner to have on that. Very open, very open to like collaboration or talking about things. And it was just a very collaborative environment, I would say. Really nice.
Did you take any of that knowledge, or like, do you have a new interest in classic cars, or did that was it
I
kind
mean,
of fun to learn, but maybe
I think beyond my just love for the aesthetic of them,
Mhm.
I would love to have a classic car one day, but I would be the person who like had to take it to the shop for everything.
Right.
Um,
You don't have a
yeah.
build going on in your garage right now.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. No, I still love them. I think there's just such beauty in a time when we made things that weren't meant to fall apart. I think there's
Right.
something so nice, and you can feel the difference. It's just we have such a disposable economy now, and I you feel the difference when you're holding something that was not meant to break after like a year.
Mhm.
Like I just feel that with the cars, there's this robustness and timelessness that's so refreshing.
What was it like shooting? I loved how it had like the movie, but then the show within the movie. And how did that
Yeah,
feel? I mean, was it there like different equipment used for that? Was there a whole different rhythm to it? Like, what was that like?
it was really fun, and I gotta give my husband Ray, who played the television host, a lot of credit because that was like not an easy thing. He had so much dialogue, and um, he's when you're in a scene with somebody, you're kind of getting something back, but he's just doing everything into the camera.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It was just like a lot of energy all day, and I thought he did such a great job of keeping that energy up all day. I was like exhausted just watching him. But so that element of it was really fun. So Crystal did use, I think it was a combination. I think it was a lens choice. I'm not 100%
Mhm.
sure, but I believe there were some different lenses they used for filming the TV portions of it. And there was also like the direct to camera addresses, having the camera be more handheld rather than on the rig. So it had a very kind of kinetic feel to it. And what I really loved that Crystal did is I loved she had this dolly track, this circular dolly track with these sparklers. It was like she did like an intro to the show, which I thought was just
Mhm.
really fun and creative, and it was a great way to pop us in and out of the story.
Mm.
It was really, yeah, and I loved also the guys who played the other mechanics were so funny, and it was just such a nice thing to have such fresh energy on set, and these guys who were improvising and bringing all these like funny little ticks and stuff to their characters.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just like such a different element and additional, like you said, an additional element of the story that I thought it was really fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really
It
enjoyed
actually
it.
made me anxious. Like,
Oh,
like I was
really?
really watching it.
Yeah.
I never watch them. They make me anxious, and I was like, oh, like, and then I had to tell myself, no, this is a movie. It's gonna work out. I was gonna work out. Pretty sure I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, of
gonna make
course,
it to
dude.
the
Yeah.
end. It's fine. But it's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, get the part, fix the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Yeah.
but it did help to get us also in the space of like where your character's anxiety kind of like comes on when, it's one thing to do your job, but another when all of that's going on around you and everything. So
Totally.
yeah, I thought Ray did a really great job at with that. I
Yeah.
was like, I could watch something with him hosting it for sure. Like he's
Yeah,
got a
for
good
sure.
Yeah,
No,
charisma with
he's-
he
that.
really did. Yeah,
He's
I was
Yeah.
super
source
impressed.
material.
Yeah,
And I guess with him there, you said y'all stayed in the hotel, so that was
we did.
probably
Yeah,
really
yeah. I was in
really nice
Ottawa,
setup.
which is like maybe 5 hours away from where we live. So
Mm.
yeah, we were in the hotel. My folks came for portions of it that they could to help with Ronan, and Ronan was on set, and it was a real like it was super fun to have everyone there and such great memories. But it's challenging also because Ronan's still so little that he doesn't quite understand like how we have to step away. He's getting it, but it's a hard concept for a toddler, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, mommy, why can't you play with me now? I'm here. So it's good. It's good. I'm so grateful that we can bring our family because uh, it is hard to balance, and it's really hard to be away for long periods of time with little kids.
Yeah.
And when you get the opportunity, we're like, is it easier to just be away? Or is it easier? I mean, the amount of gear we had to bring, we could barely close our car. It was like a miracle in there, but it's just all the pre-planning and all the thinking is it's challenging. It's like such a fun stage of life, but it definitely comes with its logistical challenges for sure. But it was really special to have him there. He loved seeing all the cars and getting to sit in them and pretend to drive them, and that was really nice. Yeah.
Did
Awesome.
having directed a Hallmark movie, did it change your perspective when you were being on set? And also watching someone new directing their first feature, there was a
Yeah.
part of you
Well,
that thought,
it
I
was
want to give some advice or I want to help out,
yeah.
but let her do
Oh
what she
no, I
needs to do.
definitely I would never have given advice
Yeah.
without being asked.
Mhm.
Because I want Crystal to have her own. I mean, like, but yeah, definitely. I think just coming off of my first one, that's I think why it was so exciting for me because I was just there and I kind of felt like I knew exactly what she was going through. And yeah, I think it was just nice. Yeah, it was just nice to get to see somebody else get to do it because I knew how special it was and how great it felt to get the opportunity and to get to do the work and have the challenge. And it was just fun to see. But I also like when it's so lovely to not be the director because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is not my problem. And it's
Yeah,
yeah.
especially because now you really understand all
Yeah.
that behind things that she's dealing with that that you guys
Totally.
yeah.
So when there's like time crunches and things that you just go, oof, God, that's not me today.
Yeah.
Like I don't have this thing where I'm also like direct, I'd be like, oh, I would do this differently. I don't have that at all because I'm so happy to be just having to worry about the acting portion, that it's like, oh, great.
Call me when you're
those
ready.
thoughts don't really come because it's so nice to also not be doing that super hard, difficult job. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but you are co-directing a little something, right?
Yeah.
With Melanie.
With Melanie.
Yeah, is there anything you can tell us about that one?
Yeah, we're so I think we have to start doing some promo for that, but it's Melanie and I co-directed a feature film for Tubi.
Ooh,
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's weird. We actually love Tubi.
Yeah, I
weird
know.
to
say
It's
that.
a coincidence.
Good choice.
So our favorite Josh Van Hoot contacted Mel in the summer in June and said, "Do you have any movie ideas?" And Mel had been over at my house. We were just hanging out one afternoon, and we had been riffing on these ideas. And Mel, there was one that we thought, oh yeah, that would be fun, but never really thought anything more of it. And then Josh texted Mel and asked her if she had anything brewing, and she's like, yeah, well, Kat and I have this idea for blah blah blah. And it was very like half baked. It was kind of a joke. it wasn't anything we were at any sort of serious stage of preparation. Mel had done a writing workshop and they were working on log lines, which is like a 1 to 2 sentence summary of a movie idea. And she had done one for this idea we had, but like that was kind of it. And she pitched it to Josh, and like a week later, he got back to Mel and said, "Okay, we can shoot it, but we have to do it before the end of the year. It has to be like in the can before the end of the calendar year." And so we proceeded to like freak out because we had no outline, no script. We had never written a feature film, nothing. And then we realized it was an opportunity that we couldn't say no to. And we buckled down and wrote the script over the summer. By September, had a draft, and we were in Africa by November.
Wow.
Wow.
It was insane. It was insane. And like, I'm excited to talk about it more, especially with Mel. And because it was what was so great about this experience, and it's so wild, and I can't wait to share more details about it, but it's a quirky, crazy, kooky, very Mel and Kat idea. And we luckily have this incredible person who trusted us and believed in us and supported us. Like, I mean, I just cannot say enough good things about Josh. And the best part about it was we had no time to second guess or like overthink or get ourselves into that. Like, we can't do this. This is crazy. Like, we've never done this before. What are we doing? We just had to do it. And that was like the biggest blessing, is just this. We had a deadline. Like, we had no choice. We had to turn something in. There had to be a script by this date. Like, that we had a contract. Like, it had to just be done. That was the best part about not overthinking it. Because I don't know if if it was up to us, we probably never would have, you just think yourself out of things.
Absolutely.
Like, so what a lesson, I learned so much from that experience of like, oh, I can do things that I don't have any maybe full experience in, or haven't done exactly the same thing before. And you just figure it out. And it was so great to work together because we have such complementary skill sets. Like, we're what Mel really excels at is things I'm not good at, and what I excel at are things she struggles with. So just like our partnership is so great. We work so well together with what we each bring to the table. And that was so awesome. And so we're still like, this week I have a bunch of Zoom meetings. We're like finishing it up. It's being colored. The edit is done. And it looks like it's going to be coming out in the spring.
Ooh,
Wow.
Everybody posted. It's going to be
the
super fun.
spring, like very soon then.
Like soon. So
Yeah.
almost exactly a year to the date that we got the green light. It's going to be out actually, like, I think like within a week. So it's yeah. So I'll confirm like that none of this is Bible. I will confirm all of this, but yeah, this is the gist of what is happening, and we'll do a big info release and tell everybody about it, and hopefully people will want to check it out and have some fun. And
Yeah.
it's really fun. It's a very fun.
Yeah.
Do we
I
have
just
a
want
title? Can we have a title, or can we not?
You know what? I just have to make sure it's cleared the
All good. No worries.
I don't actually know. We had some title challenges where nothing was clearing legal, so we had to
got it.
around.
Wow.
And I'm actually not 100% sure. I just want to make sure before I say it works. Yeah.
I love
what
it.
what was South Africa? Oh, go ahead, Wendy. Sorry.
Well, that's what I was going to basically say. Like, I like how it goes from, okay, now all of a sudden we need to do this and we got to figure it out. And I assume, I'm sure you can't say, but the story is there's a reason it's set in Africa. And it's not only like, okay, we can do this and we can find a place close to where we are to shoot. It's like, nope, now we're going to go to Africa.
Yeah. Well,
did you ever think, oh, why didn't we write something set like down?
No, you know what it was? It was actually Tubi had a 4-picture deal with a company called Blue Ice, which is an amazing production company. Tim and I did a movie with them years ago. It was a crocodile movie.
Oh, right. Yeah.
in South Africa.
Okay.
And they are a Canadian South African production company, so they have headquarters in both countries. And Tubi had a four picture slot with them, and so we were the fourth.
Oh, cool.
We were
Oh,
the
cool.
picture. So it was actually could have totally been anywhere. It was more just the logistics of what they were planning on shooting, and that they had their relationship with Blue Ice, and that, and we got to kind of, Josh was like, when do you think you'd be ready to shoot? I was like, give us the last slot. Give us like December, like we need some time. So yeah, so it was incredible. It was really fun to be back. Actually, I worked with a bunch of the same crew I had worked with on Lake Placid
Oh, wow.
with Tim,
Awesome.
which was great. And I had the same amazing driver, Mac, who I spent a ton of time with. I threw up all over his car this time, so that was great.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I would come back from set and like I had a Tupperware, and I would just ride
Oh, God.
back to our apartment.
Oh no.
Brutal.
Yeah, but yeah, it was great. It was great to see everyone. It was also just so nice to be, because they're the opposite seasons of us in Canada. So it was very nice to be in the summer, their summer for 6 weeks, and just an incredible. I wish we had gotten to. We were so busy, and we were working 6-day weeks when we were there, so we really didn't have any opportunity, unfortunately, to explore. And I had, last time when I was there, Ray had come and we had gotten to do an extra week and a half of touring, but poor Mel, like she didn't get to see anything. We barely went anywhere. It was like
What
our
town? What
apartment-
part of Africa were you in?
South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh, Cape Town.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Cape Town. And finally, one day, I was like, we have to get out and see you have to see something while you're. But I think she's keen to go back and like really explore. We just were so slammed while we were there, working. But yeah, but still a beautiful sunshine, incredible weather, wonderful crew. It's kind of like a fog, honestly. I still can't really believe we did it. But yeah, it was such an incredible experience. And to get to work with like, one of your best friends on some crazy thing you made up is just like, why did you do that? It's insane. You know what I mean? Like,
So cool.
it was so lucky and so cool. And it was just an unbelievable experience. So I hope people like it. I hope they enjoy it. I think it'll be a very fun watch.
So
Yeah.
Mel posted a video from when you guys were there.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the baboon?
Oh, the baboons. Yeah. Yeah. So baboons are a real thing there. They're like raccoons in Toronto. They're fearless.
Almost as big, right? The
Really
raccoons in
aggressive.
Toronto are almost as big as the baboons.
Almost. The baboons are actually huge.
Yeah.
They're like the size of a toddler. Like they're huge. The males are really aggressive. They have huge sharp teeth. They don't give a shit. Like so we had actually 2 guys on set every day with airsoft guns, like paintball, to try to scare them away. So they would shoot paintballs into the trees to try to, like, it wouldn't hurt the baboons.
Right.
With a paintball yourself, right? But it would, to get them away, because they would come on our lunch and you'd be eating and you could trees.
It's creepy.
Like, it was really scary. And at first we're like, oh, it's so cute. And then of course all the locals are like, you have no idea. They're super scary and very aggressive.
Oh my God. But wait,
The
tell
one
me
time
about
I was
these.
there, yeah, the most scared we were was when we were walking through like this little trail, and there were baboons in the trees, and it's like, let's go back.
Yeah.
Very-
So creepy.
yeah,
Yeah.
They outnumber you. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, they do.
Do not joke around with those things. Those things
But like,
are-
what are these crazy raccoons in Toronto? I don't know about.
They're just like desensitized because they're around humans
Oh.
so much, and they don't they don't care. They're
Yeah.
not scared. It's really hard to like scare them off, and they eat all the garbage.
Okay, so it's like
Really
squirrels
aggressive
in Central
because-
Park. Okay.
Yeah.
On
Okay.
steroids. Yeah, my wife
Wow.
is from Toronto, and I've known about the notorious raccoons.
That's-
The first time I was like,
exactly.
"Oh, that's so cute." She's like, "No, you don't
No,
know."
they're not cute.
Okay.
Misconception. Yeah, they're just yeah, so on our last day we had just wrapped and done our little celebration and kind of everyone was making their way out and there's a baboon that went into the house. Melanie,
Oh
of course,
no.
wanted to chase it.
Mm.
I was trying to get her out of there. It was like the last thing we need is for you to get. We're supposed to like go home tomorrow. The last thing we need is for you to get attacked by a freaking baboon. Um, but yeah, it was a fun. It was definitely a fun memory. But they're very scary. Yeah,
Tubi needs to start doing some behind the scenes documentary making
Right?
of
Yeah.
this stuff with you guys. That's
Totally.
Do you think you two will co-direct again? Was it a good enough positive
No, it
experience
was
that you
such
guys
an
are
incredible
like,
experience. Like I would definitely do it again. Yeah, for sure. I feel like my next year is going to be kind of crazy with having a little kid, having a baby again, and I'm like overwhelmed by the idea of taking on like such a big thing again. But yeah, I mean, I would never be able to say no. We had such a good time, and I think worked really, really well together. But yeah, it would be really fun. Yeah, it would definitely be fun.
You do have a busy year coming up. You were nominated for your CSA, right? So for
Yeah.
Best Lead Performer. So that's in May, right? May 31st.
It is.
That's
It's 2 days after my baby's due.
Okay.
I guess I'm not going. Yeah.
"Oh no, you can't." Oh, so you won't be going.
I don't
Right,
think
right.
so, unless something changes, which could
Mhm.
totally happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're also slated to be at a convention
I am
right
a
around
week
the
before my
Oh
due
my
date. Yeah,
God.
Oh,
Canada
wow.
Day is like really hectic right now.
Yeah, you know
But
there's a
my
lot of
intention
Erpers
is
on standby, like
yeah,
like, okay, if this
my
baby comes a
intention
little
is to
early,
come.
we're all
No, my
Yeah.
intention is totally to
Get some
come.
hot towels and some water.
Yeah.
It'll be-
Yeah,
they're,
I
they're
will.
getting some people are getting their midwifery licenses right
Oh,
now.
great.
So,
Exactly.
just in
Good.
case.
Yeah, I had to
You'll
plan my
be-
great escape across the border because I'm not American and can
Oh,
have
right.
no
Oh,
health
that's
insurance.
right.
No one will insure me.
Oh,
So I have
I
like a
didn't even
getaway
think about
car.
that. That's
wow.
interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit of a logistical thing, but the con's been great and they've been super open and I've been really like they knew right from the beginning. They've been really great and I just listen, my intention is absolutely to come, but obviously these things are very unpredictable. And
These child things,
These babies.
Yeah.
um,
These baby things.
and so I'll try my absolute best and we'll just see what happens. Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be great. It's gonna be
It'd be
great.
great. And then the CSAs with like the next week, that might probably won't happen. And then the movie comes out. Like,
Wow,
week
what a
later.
year, Kat.
I don't
You're
know.
having
It's going to be
quite
a really
year.
hectic couple of weeks, that's for sure. But it's great. What a year. I
And
mean,
then you get a baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you think?
maybe
The
I got to
ultimate
remember how to
award.
do all that again.
The ultimate award.
Yeah, I forgot. Like my friend just dropped off all of my Ronan's, like, well, you guys could see it, but
Mhm.
all
wow.
the diaper boxes,
Supplies.
car
Wow.
seats, and gear, and I'm just like, what does this do again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly you forget.
Yeah, just block it out of your mind
Yeah,
on
yeah,
purpose.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah, no, it's a great. I've been. This year has been absolutely insane. I've been so blessed. I've worked on, like, I got to direct 2 movies. I got to act in like 2 or 3 other ones. I got to, travel a bunch. I got to go to Australia for convention. I got to do convent. Like this year has been so crazy. If I stop and really think about it,
Mm.
that I'm so grateful for like what a year, and I'm so glad that I got the directing project under my belt
Mhm.
at the stage of my career and my my personal life. It's been really I've been like it's been a blast. It's been crazy and very busy, but it's been a very blessed year and a half of opportunity and adventures and amazing family stuff. And it's just I feel so fortunate and so blessed.
Yeah.
And so tired, but so So lucky.
It's okay. I heard giving birth, like you get a
Especially
lot
tired.
of rest, right?
Yeah,
When you're
yeah,
newborn?
exactly.
A lot of
But yeah,
naps.
I mean, I cannot complain. I have been just on a wild adventure this past year and a half. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we have a little bit of time left. We want to make sure, if you remember, one of the last times you were on, we have a little game that we like to play. We did this with Kiana as well. So
Nice.
the
That's
Snop
right.
Seat. So this time we have a little another round with some new questions that if you're up for it. It's
Sure,
kind of like
yeah.
a
And
quick
I'll say,
quick
Kat,
fire.
you were our first, so it's a different a whole different set of questions we're doing for the Snopsy. You had the fastest time last season, so
Oh, great. Okay.
this is
Yeah.
your chance to defend your title.
My title.
Mhm,
Great.
mhm.
I love the competition.
So if you'll probably don't remember, I'll tell you again. We're gonna ask you some questions, and there's no wrong answer. It's a time thing, right? So, I guess that's all I'll say.
Okay, great.
And so I will start the timer. I'll start as soon as I give you the first question, and then we'll see how it goes.
Great.
You
Okay.
ready?
Yep.
All right, Kat. Where is your dream vacation?
Oh, ooh. Italy.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Um, the ability to feel well rested on no sleep.
Who's your dream dinner guest, and what are you cooking for them?
Oh, man. The first person that came to my mind is Oprah Winfrey.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I love Oprah so much.
What are you gonna make for Oprah?
I'd order. I'm a terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I'd
answer.
order.
How would you spend a $1 million cash prize?
I would probably do a mix of investing it for my kids and donation. I would donate some of it for sure, and then I've always wanted to have like a little hobby farm. So maybe, I mean, like $1 million is not going to go that far
Mhm.
for all those things, but it would be really nice as a little down payment.
That's awesome. What was your dream job as a child?
Being a storyteller.
Favorite season of the year?
Fall.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Oh boy. I ate French toast off my child's plate, and then I managed to have a smoothie a little bit later.
Nice. If you could be an animal for a day, what animal would you be?
I would be some sort of bird, a flying thing that flies.
Nice.
Okay. What dish are you really good at cooking?
Um, I'm quite good at breakfasts, actually. I made Melanie some really good breakfasts in South Africa. I'm quite good at breakfast. It's also because it's more of a reheating and very simple situation.
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. How about favorite midnight snack?
Ooh. Ice cream probably.
Okay.
Good or something basic.
Who's your favorite Disney character?
The most influential one for me was Belle from
Good
Beauty. and the
choice.
Beast. Yeah.
And favorite album?
Oh, I love Pink so much.
Nice.
I don't know
Nice.
which album I would even choose, but like she's just was a very instrumental part of, I think, me forming my idea of what a woman in entertainment could look like.
Mhm, mhm.
So I would just pick anything by her.
It's like our good friend Noe. She goes to a lot of Pink concerts and randomly gets to meet her in random places.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
If you had to teach a class on one thing, what would it be?
Jesus. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what people want to learn from me. I'm very good at organizing.
We'll take
I don't know,
it.
maybe
I need
That's a
that.
skill.
for sure.
That's a skill.
Okay.
Organizing class. I'm really good at my house, it's definitely a work in progress, but I'm really good at like labeling and organizing, compartmentalizing things. So I could help people with efficiency with all the stuff in our lives.
Oh, can you come to my house right now?
Yeah.
I need you
It actually gives me
literally
so
right
much
now.
joy to open like something where when I know exactly where something is, I just feel such
Oh,
satisfaction.
it's the best.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I don't know that feeling. One more block of questions. Do aliens exist?
Yes. It would be crazy to assume that they don't.
What is your Starbucks coffee order?
Ooh, I like a oat milk latte, sometimes with a pump of brown sugar, but half
Yes.
sweet, not too
Brown
much.
sugar oat milk, yes.
Yeah.
Who is your childhood actor crush?
You know, I really didn't like have one. I know that sounds crazy, but like if you ask any of my best friend Bridget, she'll tell you Kat knows nothing about pop culture, which is absolutely true. I was so not pop culture savvy. I was into like musical theater and like,
Mm.
you know, making up stories in my head. So like I didn't have posters in my room. I didn't like read those magazines. I didn't really know who I was like whoever my friends were into. I was like, yeah, I guess. I didn't have one. Honestly, I didn't have one.
Okay.
What would
Okay.
you title your biography? Autobiography.
I know nothing about pop culture, but I've got some things to say.
Ooh, okay.
If you could choose any person from history to be your imaginary friend, who would it be and why?
Oh, let's choose Marie Antoinette.
If you could become fluent in any language, what would it be?
I mean, I like just French would be great. I've been trying to, you know, wanting to learn French, but I haven't been putting the proper effort for a long time. But I think Italian, if I'm, you know, being honest, because it's so beautiful and sexy, and I just want to live in Italy.
Last question. What emoji do you use the most?
Probably the red heart or the like winky tongue sticking out face. Yeah.
All right.
All right. All right.
That's-
And
that's-
Those are good
Stop the timer.
questions, guys.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
right.
Mhm,
Those are
mhm.
hard.
Yeah.
What was the time there?
Yeah. Oh, the time is 5 minutes 37 seconds,
Okay.
which I will say is compared to last season's, it's a little high. But I think these
yeah.
questions are a little more thought provoking, so not
Yeah.
exactly
Mhm.
rapid
And
fire.
sometimes you want to qualify things. Or
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
want to expand a little bit.
No need to
Yes.
rush.
No need to
Right.
rush.
It's not a competition. It's just
Not a
being timed.
Okay.
Just keep it scored.
Before we let you go, Kat, we know you used to play basketball when you were younger.
Yes.
Were you keeping up with any of the NCAA
Oh
basketball
gosh,
this season?
no, isn't that so terrible? I've been keeping up like a little bit online, but more with the just how not as much with the standings, but just how well the
Sure.
turnout has been and how excited everyone is and the fan bases and just this huge shift in women's sports. But no, shamefully, I need to hop in there and start
There's
taking
no
it.
shame. There's no
So-
shame.
It's just I'm like a grandma come 9:30 happens. But that's it. But I need to make an effort while all the games are still going on.
Well, the games are over.
Over?
Finished
Yeah.
this week.
When did they end?
Well, the women's tournament
Sunday?
ended on Sunday, right?
Um,
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
okay.
it was next weekend. All right. Well, there you go.
Have you heard of
See, that's
Caitlin?
just you.
Have you
How
heard of
much you
Caitlin
rock
Clark?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's all you need to know.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been like
I-
something that I've been seeing online or on my like news feed, and I've been reading some of the articles and stuff. But fuck, I thought it was this weekend. Oh,
You can probably
No.
find some
okay,
replays.
so-
We
Don't
won't
tell her who
spoil
won.
it for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
we'll
yeah,
try.
maybe I'll just I'll
Then you
rewatch.
can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a follow-up question though on one of our synopsis questions. Your hobby farm. What do you have like animals in mind that you would
Yeah.
have on this?
I'd be one of those
Or-
people who would just get the chickens and the goats. I just never leave. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I would never leave.
Oh.
I just have such. I love being outside and gardening, and I don't know if it's like from my family growing up. My uncle has a peach farm still, and I'm not I don't. It's some of the happiest memories I have are being out on the farm, and
Mhm.
I wish that for my family, and I would just so love to have a space to do that. But I'm also not delusional about how much work it is. And I think it would get real quick. And,
Right. Have to start
but I would
hiring
definitely
people
like
to
bite off
that,
way
yeah.
more than I could chew. It would have to be, actually one of my things I would love to do one year is to like do a house swap with somebody who has one,
Hmm.
and get
Sounds like a Hallmark movie.
to experience. Yeah, and it
Yes,
goes
come on.
horribly wrong. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I would just love a little, not a working farm, but
Yeah,
give me
like a
some
sanctuary kind of thing.
Yeah, me a goat, donkey.
Yeah.
Bernie would love it. I always
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
he would love it. He's,
all the smells.
living his best life. He's good. He's got a good life. But I would just love to be able to like go outside every morning with my dog, check on my chickens.
like, yep, they're there. They're
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah, they're still there. Oh, there's one
they
left
make
today.
eggs. Do I
Yeah.
take these eggs? Okay.
But one of my
That's all.
favorite documentaries that I make everyone watch, I actually made Melanie and Jeff watch it, and then Jeff they proceeded to buy land, and like they got really into it. I'm not saying that was because of me. They were very interested in it, but it was one of the ones where I was like, you have to watch this if you're interested in this. It's called Big Little Farm. Have you guys seen it?
No. No.
Heard of it. I haven't seen it
Sounds
though.
familiar.
Oh, great. But this
Okay.
couple, they live in like downtown LA, and they have this dog, and the dog gets they get all these noise complaints from their neighbors because the dog is like losing his mind with separation anxiety when they go.
Mm.
He's like kind of the catalyst of them deciding to buy a farm, but they don't just like buy a farm, and they go like, you have to watch it. It's so good. I've seen it so many times.
Wow.
I make
Okay.
everyone.
Well, I already want to leave LA and live on a farm, so that.
Yeah,
was
there you
a
go.
deal.
Well, Listen, you put that on
You'll be-
tonight, you'll be gone tomorrow.
Okay.
Kat, before we let you go,
Yeah.
we ask you this every year as a thank you. We'd like to donate to your favorite charity. Do you have a charity in mind this year, or
Should we do a
one that
different
we?
one this year? I always say Magic Wheelchair. Yeah, I just love what they do, and I think with all the ERPers and the conventions and how much people love cosplay, I just think Magic Wheelchair, they do, just for anyone listening, they're an amazing organization. They do they make cosplay costumes for children in wheelchairs, and they like incredible costumes. This is not like a cardboard situation. And they really do amazing work, and they're one of my favorite charities. I think what they're doing is just so special.
Awesome, great. Well, then we'll send them some donations their way, and yeah. Kat, thank you again.
Thank you, guys.
It's our favorite time of year. It's Kat Browell time on the Snob, and yeah, we appreciate you so much, and we hope the rest of this year is as awesome as it's been so far for you.
Thank you very much. It was really fun chatting with you guys again.
And we're back. Delightful as always, that Kat Browell.
Yeah. She's lovely.
Yeah.
Just so nice. So fun.
She's putting up with us after all these years.
I know.
Yeah. She came back again. It's really nice.
It's like childbirth. You forget, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, sure, it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
No, she's always so good and happy
Yeah.
to be here. So yeah, it's happy to keep the tradition alive. Let's see how long we can keep it going.
Yeah. She's very busy.
Well,
Oh my
Yeah.
next year we'll have to come back and talk about vengeance and all the things we
yeah.
couldn't talk about this
I
time.
know.
You know,
Yeah. We'll have to
Absolutely.
start- Yeah. Hopefully we'll have questions that she hasn't heard yet, because there'll be at least hopefully one convention post vengeance, right? Calgary is
I
probably
would imagine.
after, so we'll see.
Yeah. I know. Very interesting. But we'll have something to tide us over. We'll have a Mel and Kat directed film.
Yes,
That's good news.
it is. It's exciting.
Yes.
I think it's
Very
gonna be
excited
kind of
about
like
that.
on the creepier side, like thriller kind of side. I think.
I love it. I love it.
Mm.
I can't. I
My
want to see what those two
favorite.
brains come up with.
Yeah.
Tara loves that.
I love the how it goes from we're just tossing around ideas to okay, well we got to make this now and
Yeah.
let's get to it and
You have
flesh it
no
out
time,
and
no time to double, to talk yourself
No.
out of it. You just got to
Yeah.
go.
no, just
I mean,
what an
those two could
opportunity
just, yeah, they could just set up a camera, and I really just would love to see them like trying
Yeah.
to be like, all right, we got to write this script. All right, okay, let's just write some things down and just.
We didn't even
you know,
ask.
back
Do
and
we
forth.
know?
Yeah.
Are they in it? Or did they just direct it?
I think they just directed. Although there
Just
was
directed it?
there was a couple of photos of them getting like makeup, like horror makeup, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe
don't-
some sort of cameo.
Yeah, so they might have a cameo. But
Okay.
yeah.
I bet that was a blast filming together.
Oh my
I
god.
mean,
Yeah.
Tara and I, you've done things together. It's fun. It's fun having that
Yeah.
other person too.
Mm-hmm,
You know,
And that's what I was
bounce ideas
thinking.
off
That's
of.
what I just envisioned, like the two of them being like going through the script or like reading it together and be like, okay, does this work?
This is really good.
Having a good
Yeah.
look. Yeah. Okay, I think that's
High five
funny.
it. That
That's funny.
Oh,
good.
that's
All right.
awesome.
Yeah,
I love
high
that.
five.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That should be
Can't
out
wait.
soon. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it when it comes out.
You know what I love is we don't have to try that hard to figure out how to work in Tubi this week.
I
It's
know.
very
Yeah.
obvious how we're gonna work Tubi into the title and the
Mhm,
whole thing. Tubi.
Take that.
And Josh too, man.
We're
Josh
going.
is,
And Josh.
Josh is the
Mhm.
hero.
Mhm.
Love Josh and Tubi.
Josh needs to go to a con. He'd get a lot of love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fun.
He would.
Fun.
Speaking of a lot of love, I mean, it's our anniversary. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for our listeners. So I think, thank you guys for sticking with us. And if you're new to the podcast, welcome. Everyone's welcome.
Yes.
And yeah, we love doing it. So thanks to you guys, the community, the Snoppers and
Yes.
Snop-Tarts. We couldn't do this without you. It wouldn't be as much fun if we weren't getting feedback from you guys. So
Yeah.
thank you. And yeah.
I mean, we like chatting, but it would be really weird if we just kind of we're like recording ourselves and no one was listening. This is so much fun to have this.
We could go
this
back
show
and just listen to our private conversations
Yeah.
that no one else paid attention to.
Exactly.
Remember when we talked
But-
about that? That was fun.
yeah,
No one knows.
yeah, I just
Yeah,
love-
without listeners, who are we?
yeah, 5 years, so cool. Just all the
Amazing.
people we've gotten to meet and talk with and get to know. Very special, very special. And if you like us or love us, you can rate and review us
Yes.
because it helps us. Like, if we had a 1-star, Kat might be like, "Ooh, I don't know about that," But like,
Yeah.
if people are like, "Hey, this is a cool show. We like these folks," it helps us. So if you go, give us some, some stars. Maybe some words are always
Definitely
good.
5
But
stars.
yeah,
Definitely
5 stars. I was gonna say,
And kind
if you,
words.
if you have feedback for constructive feedback for us, email us separately. That's always, that's even more helpful.
We can work on it.
We can work on it until we earn those 5 stars. Then you can
Right.
go and post those 5 stars. Yes.
You need to help us be better through email.
Email. We're
Email.
definitely very receptive.
Handwritten letter, even.
Handwritten
We'll take
letter.
that.
Yes, that's even better. Where
Also
can they
good.
send
Here's
handwritten
the pros
letters?
and cons
Kat?
of your show.
Well,
Yeah.
Pros, hopefully.
if you want to send a handwritten letter to us, you would send that to
Mhm.
SNOP, P.O. Box 6732, Burbank, California, 91510. If you want to email us some constructive criticism, you can send that to shenerds@gmail.com.
Well, yeah, or
If
really
you
about
want to-
anything.
Or if you want to say nice things, there's Twitter, because it's a place for people who are supportive and kind.
Everybody knows that.
At Snot Podcast with 1D. Well, let's change Twitter. Go say
Yeah.
nice things on Twitter.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Tell
let's
us
take
if you
a step
want.
back.
That's right. Yeah. Or on Facebook and Instagram, we're at She Nerds Out Podcasts. And then Apple, iTunes podcast, or on Spotify. It's where you can leave some of those great reviews.
All right, then.
Is that
Well,
I'm on a cat high for the rest of the day. I think.
Honestly, it's a good way to start the
cat
day.
high.
Mhm.
Well, I hope the rest of you are on a cat high now. And until we meet again, cat high experiencers,
Mhm.
she nerds out.
Out.
Hoped.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things.